Did COVID-19 hurt you or did it help you?
COVID-19 made me.
See?
It made me.
The reason I'm asking this question because I noticed a lot of recording artists, producers, they actually did well during COVID because they were home, they were in their basements, they were in their studios, they were cooking up and making incredible music.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I got myself a bunch of beats and I just was going through them and writing as much as I could. Then I'm hitting the studio and I just think everything being still is what helped the opportunity to even get the feature.
I like that.
You see the world different through these Cartier lenses. While I was doing me, I was following the trends. Get my dick sucked, then I'm out the door with the wind. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Check the scoreboard, he let the stats speak for him.
And what about the last one? Everybody's from New York tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This happened to be a good vibe today. The last one was Scrooge from Staten Island. He was complaining about the island not getting the flood or whatever. I said, it's not your fault, it's the bridge. The bridge is mad expensive. The bridge is mad expensive. People don't want to pay $18 to cross a bridge.
It's 18?
It's 18? It has to be 18, right? I think it's $18, yes.
Oh, that's more than Jersey.
Is it 19 now? Oh, so look at that, 20 bucks.
That's why I've never been there.
See?
He's gotta be a problem solver. Solve the problem. You gotta come.
So if you get the easy pass, you get a discount.
Like a $2.
So what? It's cheaper than paying $19.
That's like,
pass comes to the regular price.
yeah, that's a fact.
So me and Anisha were trying to look him up online on Google, but Scrooge, the Disney character, kept coming up.
Oh, you have to
I was
roll
like, man,
on.
I gotta talk to him about branding because that could be difficult sometimes, right?
I
Like
see
the
that too.
internet, the SEO stuff these
Yeah.
days. Like he's gonna have to work extra harder with that name.
Right.
It could benefit him, but he's gonna work.
His name is Young_Mr_Scrooge,
That's like with me, Saige the Gemini.
aka Billy Johnson the third. That's him.
Billy Johnson pretty common too.
Yeah,
Like a few
that's the
actors.
name, Billy Johnson.
Yeah, I had a few artists that had that issue, like, you know, they would have like simpler common names. That's another thing. The further we get into the future with this industry, and then it's gonna start be taken. It's gonna be funny
It
to
is.
see what people are gonna
Right.
start
You have to
coming
call
up with.
yourself.
You know?
Letter.
There was another DJ Time before I got on the line.
Me too.
Yeah.
You're a DJ Enuff. Like,
Yeah. You put that work in, then you over.
You gotta put the work in.
like what?
An LLC.
Then you shut them down, and they be like,
Uh-huh.
Exactly. So he's gotta do enough work.
I'm like,
for
look,
his name to be searched
I
more.
don't care
Young
what you
Scrooge.
call yourself. There's no way there's another DJ Enuff coming out doing better than what I'm doing.
Oh, nah.
That's not happening. The legacy and the legendary status is already paved
Talk about
and
it.
cemented.
Let them know. Let them know.
Yep. And you came up in the internet age too, so you're right.
I did?
Not necessarily, but you're in the internet age and
All
you're
right.
still doing it.
Just making sure.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I mean, right? Like the next Enuff, he's gonna have so much work to do because your name's everywhere.
There's
People
only
and all
one.
that.
Ain't gonna be no
You know,
one
because
now.
the DJ Enuff before he was what?
I don't even know.
Yeah, before internet probably.
I had a fake DJ Enuff for a few years out there, and he was literally taking gigs away from me
What?
because this was prior the smartphones, prior whatever. People would just show up and be like, "Yo, I'm DJ Enuff," and then they would DJ, get some money, and leave.
Oh, that's crazy.
So imagine that time. So actually, smartphones and technology saved me in that. Because after a while, I'm like, yo, the black guy with glasses and the jerry curls, that's not DJ Enuff. Dead ass.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, you
is
gotta
what
put-
happens.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I got a foreign name. You know, it's gonna be tough. There's no other Matej that I know in America.
All right.
I got some soccer players out in Europe.
That's it.
Getting bigger brands than me,
Okay.
but for right now, I'm good. So, same question that I asked you in the first one. If you're the advisor for Scrooge, young Scrooge, what do you think is his next step? What does he got to continue to keep that fire going?
I like him because he has a nostalgic little style about himself. But it's not so nostalgic that it's labeled old school. I think he's a new spin on what was already done in the past. Does that make sense? He's a new spin on kind of like what the New York sound used to sound like.
Right.
Do you think that's tough? Because it's like
That is tough.
Like my generation.
It is tough because now the new sound is what this drill stuff is doing. What Pop Smoking did. He left such a mark on New York City and Brooklyn that everybody's following suit and chasing it now.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
That's exactly what I saw with Tony. Like, he was doing the dance and
Yeah,
everything.
doing the
I'm
dance
like,
and everything.
Look how that translates. Like,
Yeah.
it's a movement, you know?
You also gotta be careful chasing stuff, right?
To a certain
Leverage
degree.
it,
To a certain
so
degree.
leverage it, but make it your own in a way. You gotta innovate. All right, but you should be set
Yeah,
up
and
with
sometimes,
stuff.
look, sometimes white boys have it hard, right? They're in a space where they're trying to like, is this a white guy trying to be black?
Right.
And the only reason why I said that because I watched an Unsung episode last night on John B, the R&B singer. Back in the days, he came out with Babyface, so people were calling him like a copycat Babyface. But it wasn't until he put out some of his own music that people started to see him like, nah, this dude really is singing true, organic R&B.
Right.
And then it was no longer the white boy trying to be black. It was just it was the kid just killing it.
Right.
So it's the same thing for him. If he makes the right songs, he's not the white boy trying to be black. He's just the white boy who did it. You
Right.
feel me? There's a difference.
That's when you have to be consistent with that.
Yeah.
I think Eminem had a similar story.
Yeah, that's always gonna be a
Well,
story.
yeah, it's, you know, it's the culture, so it can be looked at in two ways, you know what I mean? But you gotta give respect and you gotta honor those that did it. And I think as long as you're authentic, organic with it, it's
With
gonna
yourself,
translate.
yep, I agree. As long as you're who you're supposed to be and not trying to be, and people say like this guy's fake, right? Then that's it.
No, I agree. I think a lot of artists need to do that, period. And I feel like sometimes younger artists don't pay homage to older artists, period. They're like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Right.
I'm here now. I think I'll be still in the game.
Right.
You know, like any business you're in.
I mean, it's
You
the
wanna learn.
coolest way. You don't have to, but you're right. I mean, they
benefits.
should acknowledge. They don't have to, but they should.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I mean,
We all gotta know where we're going
Where we came
and where
from.
we came from, right?
beautiful set. That's dope, man. Well,
Thanks for having me, brother.
Thank
thank you
you.
guys for doing what you do. We'll do this next
Absolutely.
month. And
We'll talk again,
yeah,
right?
For sure.
Absolutely.
I'll be here every month. For this
Gotcha,
program.
bro.